So a bit of a different video for you this week, guys. I am in Manchester. We're going to have a look at doing some tech thrifting. We'll do some like looking for retro tech. We're going to help a few spots and see what it's like. I've just seen other people's like thrifting videos and stuff. I wanted to give it a try for myself. I thought the city, that would be a great place to do it. We'll see what I found. So the first store we went to was called Empire Exchange. Now this was the bit of the oddball of the mix, but I'll get it out of the way first. In this shop there is literally stuff everywhere. There is all sorts of stuff. But when we went in the window, there's like a switch thing, and you go downstairs and you look, there's stuff everywhere. There's models, there's plates, there's books, there's even VHS, just so much to look at. Here you can see we have some like old stereos, an Xbox 360, and God knows what is actually in this cabinet. All we know is it's there, but nothing too interesting. And as we go through this place, there's just more stuff literally everywhere. It's not even in sections. It's just some DVDs and VHS here, some books here. Or have some more DVDs and VHS here. We even found like the fireplace Blu-ray. Like the fireplace on the TV thing. I love those things. I think I actually have the one in there. We even had Clarkson on DVD. What more could you want from a place like this? They also had some stuff that I can't show on camera due to what the type of stuff it was. They also had a HD camcorder for like £115, which was absolutely ridiculous in price, I think, for a HD camera in 2025. It was 115 quid, but it was in with silver jewellery and other like silver items, which I thought, that's just so strange. There were some old video games as well, some Mega Drive, some Game Boy, some 360, but it was all common stuff. It just wasn't really worth looking at. I guess it's either gone online or it's just been picked through before and before. So the next store we went to was CEX. And if you know anything about CEX in the UK, it's kind of, I quite like CEX. You can go online and you can see the price that you would get offered for the item before you even take it into the store. I really do like that about their website. But yeah, this CEX was in the Arndale Centre, which is a shopping centre in Manchester if you've ever been there before. And the front of the store had a variety of stuff, some games, and even a £2,000 AMD CPU, which you didn't really get a great shot of. But I thought that was interesting. But when we go in, they had a lot of Apple Watches, AirPods, Samsung phones, iPhones, and there was some cool phones there, some Microsoft Fold, but it's like £270. I do want one. I'm just not paying that for a phone that I'm not really going to use. But I just like to own it. I was looking for a certain flip phone because I want to do a folding phone video. And when I got there, I looked about a week ago and the phone wasn't actually there then. I guess they'd sold it, which was a bit sad. But they also had a variety of drones, tablets, some smartphone accessories, GoPros, and it even had this black magic camera, which I always want one of these as well. It's another thing I just want to own, is a black magic camera. I think this is the one that you have to put like a 2.5-inch SSD in for the memory card, which I think is really cool. They also had some Nook PCs. Now, PCs aren't something I normally see in a CEX. They have them, of course. It's mainly normally laptops like MacBooks. But I do wonder if this is like old work from home stuff. It was very officey. There was some more that I don't think got a great video of, but it was very officey PCs. I do really like buying Blu-rays in CEX just because normally they have a nice selection, but lately these printed covers are not great. I don't know what's happened there. I don't know if they've got some bulk discs or something, or the cases just get stolen because people think the films are actually in them. But CEX, as far as I'm aware, have never stored the films in the cases as long as I've been shopping in there. And on our way out, we see some PS5 controllers. They had the Astros Playroom one, over £100. I can't believe how much some of these PS5 controllers are these days. And they also had a 3DS XL for nearly £400. I can't believe that those have gotten so expensive. And it's a nice selection of retro stuff, but once again, it was mainly common stuff and I didn't get a great shot of it, so you probably won't see it. The next shop we went to was CGX. Now, this is a chain similar to like a cash generator, and it's mainly in the north of England. This store had some interesting stuff, but one of the problems with it was with filming in there was the staff. Oh my god, I think I got approached by like 4 members of staff within the 5 minutes I was in there. They weren't like pushy or anything, they were just friendly, but I didn't get any great shots. They had some interesting laptop deals though. The Geo book for about 50 quid. I do want to get a Geo book, mainly that Minecraft edition one, because I think it's weird that a laptop shipped with Minecraft. I get it's more of a kid's laptop. But yeah, they also had some Funko Pops that are about the price of a meal deal. No one's buying these things. They were all on sale in there. A lot of modern smartphones, TVs and music equipment stuff you'd expect to see in there. They also had a nice Spider-Man PS4, and I think that 360 for £80 in the window. that was the whole thing with all the games. I think that was an amazing deal. So there are some other stores when you're walking around these places, but they're mainly the type of shops that sell like vapes, and they sell phones, and they might repair screens and those type of shops. We didn't go and look at any of those mainly because they have a small selection and it's all modern stuff. I was mainly looking for more retro stuff. So finally, Cash Generator. I was hoping this one was going to save me after CEX being a bit of a flop. Now normally when you go in a Cash Generator there is more stuff. I went in this one, I was surprised how like little stuff there was in this Cash Generator. Everything was behind these like glass walls. Normally you go in these places, they've got glass display cases, you know, to stop the stuff from being stolen. I get that. But these were like glass walls that the staff could walk behind. Really weird. Not a lot in that store. Not even a good phone selection. There's like 20 phones in there. Plenty of TVs and guitars. I did see one iPod in this whole journey. I was mainly looking for some iPods and stuff like that, Apple stuff. I saw one iPod Nano behind the till, and it had the busted batteries. The battery was like bulging against the screen, which was not good. Normally a lot of stuff in these stores. Not in this one in Manchester. Once again, friendly staff, but nothing too interesting for me. So, damn, what did you get? I only ended up picking up one thing. It was these Super Mario headphones, mainly because of whatever this is, slide up to light up. I was like, that seems interesting. Like, you know, and if we flip it over on the back, I got these from Cash Generator right at the end. So I was just getting pretty bummed out that these, you know, that there wasn't really anything for me to buy that was like, you know, worth me buying. So I ended up buying these. I just, you know, we'll do a quick review of these at the end of the video. They're not really worth, you know, going into for a full video. So we'll have a look anyways. It's an official licensed Nintendo product. This company seems to submit like Hello Kitty ones and other like kids related audio accessories, but we'll have a look. Nice unboxing experience at least. It's quite nice. User guide there. Guess this is the headphones. Not a terrible weight. What else have we got in here? Let's have a look. I think this is a Type-C. I was hoping it was going to be a nice red Type-C cable to match, but no. It is just a cheap short Type-C cable, as well as like a, what do you call it, a wrist strap. A manual that, why does it need to be so thick? But other than that, let's have a look at the Mario headphones themselves. Slide that out of there. Oh, we slide up. Oh, look at that. I thought at first, I impulsively bought these. I thought this was a screen. I didn't realise it was a light. I did not realise that was a light. It's kind of semi 3D in a little bit of a weird way. That's the mechanism on the back. It's Type-C for charging. That's where you put the slot. I do kind of like that he looks like he's in there. That's kind of cool. But yeah, let's connect these up and do a quick, you know, sound test. So here we have the iPod, and how do we make these connect? Do we have to shut them? I guess that means they're charging. They're actually supposed to have some decent playtime, so it's supposed to charge at 3. You get 18 hours of battery life on this whole setup here. I'm guessing you're going to have to hold the button in the middle. I was kind of hoping this would do something. Maybe we do have to consult the manual. I can't figure it out. Oh, so it looks like we have to take them out of the case. Ah, there they are. Pops up on the side there. There they are connected. And let's have a quick listen. This is the design of the headphones. Right, so I've listened to these. They do have a similar AirPod-esque design. Like, I feel with that bit. Obviously, they're not the same. They actually sound pretty good. I'm actually quite surprised. I thought they would be terrible. And they're actually not bad. They're not great. They're not like AirPods level quality. The vocals, I listened to a few songs as well as like the YouTube audio music that we normally listen to. Vocals can be a bit not 100% great. Other than that, like instruments, bass, it's all there. It's all pretty good. Nice slide on this case as well. Not too satisfying down, but definitely satisfying going up. Yeah, honestly, these aren't too bad. The sizing, obviously, I'm an adult. There's sizing. I'm an adult, believe it or not. The sizing isn't amazing. Yeah, honestly, not too bad. I do quite, you know, they're not amazing, but for 25 quid, I can't complain. They were new. You know, it's kind of cool. Licensed product and all. They do seem to rattle around a bit in there. They are magnetized in. You know. Oh, lost them now. But yeah, other than that, pretty good. What do you guys think of these? Where do you think I should go next? I had a look, like I said, when I was traveling a couple of months ago, I was in a different area, and it wasn't really a city. It just had loads of these shops, and they had some actually decent stuff. That was why I went to go and do this, but I thought Manchester City, that would have some interesting stuff. It didn't really have anything too interesting. But what do you guys think? Let me know below. What other type of areas or shops should I hit up next? Tell me below.